Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to another edition of The Brush with Greatness. I'm your host, Alexander Miller, better known to the WWE Universe and the pro wrestling community as Alexander the Great, or A.T.G for short. Today will be a scripture reading edition of The Brush with Greatness, in which I read Ecclesiastes 2, King James Version. Let's begin. Verse 1. I said in mine heart, Go to now, I will prove thee with mirth. Therefore enjoy pleasure. And behold, this also is vanity. Verse 2. I said of laughter, it is mad, and of mirth, what doeth it? Verse 3. I sought in mine heart to give myself unto wine, yet acquainting mine heart with wisdom, and to lay hold on folly, till I might see what was that good for the sons of men, which they should do under the heaven all the days of their life. Verse 4. I made me great works. I builded me houses. I planted me vineyards. Verse 5. I made me gardens and orchards, and I planted trees in them of all kind of fruits. Verse 6. I made me pools of water, to water therewith the wood that bringeth forth trees. Verse 7. I got me servants and maidens, and had servants born in my house. Also I had great possessions of great and small cattle above all that were in Jerusalem before me. Verse 8. I gathered me also silver and gold, and the peculiar treasure of kings and of the provinces. I gat me men, singers, and women singers, and the delights of the sons of men, as musical instruments, and that of all sorts. Verse 9. So I was great, and increased more than all that were before me in Jerusalem. Also my wisdom remained with me. Verse 10. And whatsoever mine eyes desired, I kept not from them. I withheld not my heart from any joy, for my heart rejoiced in all my labor, and this was my portion of all my labor. Verse 11. Then I looked on all the works that my hands had wrought, and on the labor that I had labored to do. And behold, all was vanity and vexation of spirit, and there was no profit under the sun. Verse 12. And I turned myself to behold wisdom, and madness, and folly. For what can a man do that cometh after the king? Even that which hath been already done. Verse 13. Then I saw that wisdom excelleth folly, as far as light excelleth darkness. Verse 14. The wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walketh in darkness. And I myself perceived also that one event happeneth to them all. Verse 15. Then said I in my heart, As it happeneth to the fool, so it happeneth even to me. And why was I then more wise? Then I said in my heart, That this also is vanity. Verse 16. For there is no remembrance of the wise more than of the fool forever, seeing that which now is in the days to come shall all be forgotten. And how dieth the wise man? As the fool. Verse 17. Therefore I hated life, because the work that is wrought under the sun is grievous unto me, for all is vanity and vexation of spirit. Verse 18. Yea, I hated all my labor which I had taken under the sun, because I should leave it unto the man that shall be after me. Verse 19. And who knoweth whether he shall be a wise man or a fool? Yet shall he have rule over all my labor, wherein I have labored, and wherein I have showed myself wise under the sun. This is also vanity. Verse 20. Therefore I went about to cause my heart to despair of all the labor which I took under the sun. Verse 21. For there is a man whose labor is in wisdom, and in knowledge, and in equity, Yet to a man that hath not labored, therein shall he leave it for his portion. This also is vanity and a great evil. Verse 22. For what hath man of all his labor, and of the vexation of his heart, wherein he hath labored under the sun? Verse 23. For all his days are sorrows, and his travail grief. Yet his heart taketh not rest in the night. This is also vanity. Verse 24. There is nothing better for a man than that he should eat and drink, and that he should make his soul enjoy good in his labor. This also I saw, that it was from the hand of God. Verse 25. For who can eat, or who else can hasten hereunto, more than I? Verse 26. For God giveth to a man that is good in his sight wisdom, and knowledge, and joy. But to the sinner he giveth travail, to gather and to heap up, that he may give to him that is good before God. This also is vanity and vexation of spirit. Well, that's all for the scripture reading edition of the Brush with Greatness. Today, which was Ecclesiastes 2, King James Version. Next edition of the Brush with Greatness will be me reading Alice in Wonderland, Chapter 5. I hope y'all enjoyed the episode of the Brush with Greatness today, and I hope to see y'all next time. Peace! Alexander, out!